Hello, boys and girls. Okay, so this week for reading, we are really focusing on your listening comprehension. So how well can you listen to a story and understand the story that's being read to you? So I talked a little bit yesterday about the 4 parts of a story that you should be listening for. So I'm going to review it. We have characters. Remember, characters are the people in the story, okay? Characters are the people in the story. Then we have setting. So if you remember, a setting is where the story takes place, okay? Does it take place in somebody's house, outside, at a park? Where the story takes place. Then we have problem, and that just means in a story, what problem happens in the story? What goes wrong, or what are the characters trying to do in the story, okay? And then we have the solution. How do the characters solve their problem? Okay, so I'm going to read you another story today, and again, there's not going to be any pictures. I'm just going to read it. I want you to be listening for these 4 things. Listen for the characters, the setting, the problem, and the solution. Okay? All right, turn your listening ears on. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, here we go. The story is called The Green Kite. It was summer. Tom was at the park with his pal Max. Tom had a new green kite. "We can have fun with my kite," Tom said. Tom got the kite up. It was fun to fly his kite. He could see his kite all the way up in the sky. "Now you try, Max," said Tom. He gave the kite to Max, and Max got the kite up, but then he let go of the string. The kite went up, 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 and soon it was so far away it was a dot of green. The kite went way up over the park. "How can we find my kite?" said Tom, and he was sad. "Let me take a look under this bush," said Max. He had a look. "Do you see the kite?" Tom asked. Max did find a bug, but he did not find the kite. Max said, "We can take a look over at the lake." They did find a duck, but they did not find the kite. Then Tom saw a boy on a bike. The boy had a green kite. "Is this your kite?" said the boy. "It was in a tree over there in the park." "Yes," said Tom, "that kite is mine. Thank you." The end. Okay, so let's talk about our story. So the first thing I want you to think of, who were the characters in our story? Now we have 2 main characters, and then we have 1 character who comes in at the end of the story, okay? But who were the 2 main characters in the story? So think, and you can answer out loud at your home, the 2 main characters. If you said Tom and Max, let me make sure I got that right. Yes, Tom and Max, you're correct, okay? So the 2 main characters, Tom and Max. Okay, and then remember, I can just put a little dot right here just to make a note of it, but he was not a main character. He did, however, help solve the problem, so I'm gonna write boy on the bike because they didn't give us his name. Okay, so we have Tom, Max, and the boy on the bike. Now I want you to think about the setting. Where did the story take place? Where did it take place? And I can reread that part for you if you forgot. It says, "It was summer. Tom was at the park." So right there in that second sentence, it tells us where they're at. And where are they? At the park. So I'm gonna write at the park. Okay. what was the problem in the story? Now, the problem in this story is pretty obvious, okay? So I want you to think back about the story that I read, and hopefully you can remember. Oh my gosh, my lights went off again. Let me turn them on. Okay. So the problem, if you thought, the problem in the story is Max let go of the kite and then they lost the kite. Then you're right. So I'm gonna write Max let go of the kite and it flew away. Okay, and remember that made our character Tom feel really sad. Now, let's think about the solution. How is this problem solved? How is this problem solved? How did the characters solve their problem? Because they didn't just stand there and cry and magically the kite appeared, right? So Max and Tom started looking for the kite. So they both said, hey, let's go look for the kite. Tom started looking for the kite. And then remember, this is where we bring in this third character. Who found the kite for them? It was the boy on the bike. So I'll write, the boy on the bike found their kite. Okay. Alrighty, so we have all of our boxes filled in about the story. Our characters were Tom, Max, and the boy on the bike. They were at the park. The problem is that Max let go of Tom's kite and it flew away. Their solution was Max and Tom started looking for the kite, and the boy on the bike found the kite and gave it back to them. Okay, your seesaw assignment is going to be exactly what we just did, except for you're going to do it on your own. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Bye.